Nothing in your life is random. Before you ever took your first breath, before your parents even thought of your name, your purpose was already established in the mind of God. Purpose is the reason for creation, not the other way around. That means you're not here trying to find significance. You were born because you are significant. The very fact that you're alive in this moment, facing the doors you're facing, is evidence that you're part of a divine blueprint. Every experience, every season, every delay, every disappointment has been a part of God's process to align you with something you couldn't see yet, but that was always waiting for you. When a manufacturer designs a product, the purpose is determined before the product is built. The design follows intent. In the same way, you were designed with intent. So when you feel lost, it's not because you lack purpose, it's because you haven't fully aligned with the original intent behind your existence. You're not a mistake, you're a manifestation. You were created for a specific assignment, a specific influence, a specific impact. And the doors that are about to open in your life are not random opportunities. They are purpose-aligned invitations. That's why you've had to go through seasons that didn't make sense. That's why certain doors didn't open when you thought they should. Because you are being prepared not just for any door, but for the right door. One designed for the fulfillment of your purpose. God never starts with the beginning. He starts with the end in mind and then backs up to begin the process. That means you've been walking into what already exists in eternity. You're not chasing destiny, you're walking into it. You're not begging for opportunity, you're growing into readiness. This is why you can trust the unexpected. What's coming next may surprise you, but it won't surprise God. He's not scrambling to make something happen for you. He's guiding you toward what was already made for you. Purpose is the reason, and your life is the response. When you understand that, you stop striving to make things happen and start surrendering to the process that is leading you exactly where you're supposed to go. The door exists because your purpose demands it. Now it's time to walk through it. There are moments in life when it feels like everything is standing still. Prayers seem unanswered. Progress feels stalled. And doors you've knocked on for years remain shut. It's easy in those moments to assume that the delay is a denial. That perhaps what you hoped for is simply not meant to be. But in the economy of the kingdom, delay is never a sign of abandonment. It's a sign. There's a mindset many people carry that says, I'm just waiting on God to open the door. But the truth is, more often than not, it's not the door you're waiting on. It's the door that's waiting on you. Waiting on you to grow. Waiting on you to mature. Waiting on you to become the kind of person who can carry the weight of what's behind that door. Doors in the kingdom of God are not just opportunities. They are assignments, responsibilities, and platforms tied to your level of personal development. God does not promote potential. He promotes preparation. You may be gifted, anointed, and full of vision, but if the internal infrastructure of your character cannot sustain the blessing, God in His mercy will withhold it until you are ready. There are places you haven't walked into yet, not because you're being overlooked, but because you're still being constructed. If the door opened today, could you handle it? Could you remain faithful when seen by thousands? Could you remain humble when applauded by many? Could you steward influence without losing integrity? God is not keeping good things from you. He's ensuring you don't destroy what He wants to give you by entering too soon. The blessing is not on hold. You're being shaped to hold it. This is why growth is so critical. It's why hidden seasons matter. It's why the work you do when no one is watching will determine how long you last when everyone is. Because when the door opens, it won't be time to prepare. It will be time to perform. And only those who have taken the time to become will be able to endure what they've been called to carry. The door is not a reward. It's an invitation to responsibility. And God is too wise to let you walk into something that will crush you instead of crown you. So stop asking when the door will open and start asking who you need to become before it does. Because it's waiting, and it's waiting on you. When you immerse yourself in the journey of preparation, you are priming your spirit to embrace the unexpected with strength and gratitude. There is a deeper principle at work, a divine orchestration that ensures you are ready for every astonishing turn along the way. The surprises that come from above are not random acts of chance. They are deliberate outpourings that require an inner readiness cultivated over time. So when you invest in yourself, building character and deepening your understanding, you align your heart with a greater blueprint of possibility. This process of preparation is a quiet labor of faith, a honing of skills and beliefs that fortifies you against the shock of the unforeseen. In moments of divine intervention, it is not the elaborate spectacle that defines the surprise, but the depth of your own readiness. The more you work to cultivate discipline and embrace learning, the more you will find that unexpected blessings unfold seamlessly into your life. These experiences are not meant to catch you off guard, but to verify that the work you have done in nurturing your spirit has indeed made you capable of receiving something far greater than you ever imagined. Every practice, every trial, every moment dedicated to growth is a rehearsal for that grand moment when the divine meets the prepared heart. There is a realm beyond what the natural eye can see, a dimension where reality begins not with what is, but with what could be. Vision is a divine ability to perceive what has not yet manifested. It sees blueprints in chaos, promise in barrenness, and purpose in pain. Vision is not a product of sight. It is a function of insight. It flows from the spirit, not the senses. Those who carry vision are not driven by what exists. They are moved by what is possible. But vision alone is not enough. To bring what is invisible into the visible realm, you need faith. Faith is the courage to take steps in the direction of something you can't prove yet, but know is real in your spirit. Faith is not passive belief, it's active movement. It walks toward closed doors with the expectation they will open. It builds when there are no resources. It speaks when nothing has changed. Vision gives you the destination, but faith gives you the momentum. Without faith, vision remains trapped in imagination. With faith, vision becomes manifestation. That's why so many people live frustrated. They can see something greater, but they never move toward it. They wait for conditions to be perfect, for signs to appear, for guarantees of success. But faith doesn't need confirmation, it creates it. God rarely gives the full picture. He gives a glimpse, a word, a whisper. And he waits to see if you'll walk. Because the journey of faith is the process that transforms the visionary into the vessel. Every step you take toward what you cannot see shapes you for what you are meant to carry. You won't always understand the how, and you won't always feel ready. But faith isn't built on feelings, it's built on trust. Trust that what was shown to you was real, even if it's not yet visible. Trust that the God who gave you the vision is faithful to fulfill it as long as you're bold enough to move. Vision gives you eyes to see it. Faith gives you feet to enter it. Every person comes into this world with a unique deposit from God, a gift, an ability, a calling embedded into their very DNA. This gift is not something you acquire along the way. It is something you uncover through discovery and development. And it is through this gift that God guides you to the doors you were born to walk through. Your gift is not just a talent or a skill. It is a divine tool, a spiritual compass that points you toward purpose. When you operate in your gift, you begin to attract opportunities, relationships, and environments that are aligned with your destiny. You don't have to chase doors. The right doors are drawn to your authenticity. Many people miss open doors not because they lack opportunity, but because they are operating outside of their gift. They are trying to manufacture success through imitation rather than discovering their divine design. But doors that are truly meant for you won't respond to imitation, they respond to authenticity. When you begin to cultivate your gift, refine it, and steward it well, you position yourself for divine alignment. The doors you didn't even know existed begin to reveal themselves, not because you were looking for them, but because your gift activated them. You were never meant to beg for access. You were meant to unlock access by becoming fully yourself. The gift inside you was designed to solve a specific problem in the earth, and that problem is tied to a specific place, a specific people, and a specific platform. So the question is not, where's the door? The real question is, am I developing what's already in me? Because every time you refine your gift, every time you invest in your growth, every time you choose obedience over comfort, you get closer to the door that leads to the next level of your assignment. Your gift carries a sound, a signature, a spiritual frequency that only the right environments can respond to. And when you walk in your gift, boldly and unapologetically, heaven moves on your behalf to open what no man can shut. Your gift is your guide. Follow it, sharpen it, protect it, and trust it. It will take you to places your resume never could, and open doors no connection ever would. So now the question is no longer if doors will open, it's whether you'll be ready to walk through them. Everything God is about to do in your life, it's not a coincidence, it's a confirmation. The hidden doors, the divine surprises, the sudden shifts, they were all written into your purpose before time began. But they won't respond to confusion, fear, or complacency. They will respond to clarity, growth, and obedience. This is your season, not to wait passively, but to prepare intentionally. Because what's coming next isn't small, it's strategic. And it's not just about what God is doing for you, it's about what He's about to do through you. So rise with expectation, walk in your gift, grow into your calling, and trust that the doors you didn't even know existed are already unlocking in your favor. God's not just about to bless you,